What plant have we got growing next to the bok choy, Amy?
Rocket.
Rocket. And that tastes nice, peppery and spicy. Got a wild tomato coming up there. That's good.
Tomato.
The more wild, the better. More rosellas here. What's this stuff? Nasturtium. And you can eat
It
that.
looks like
It's got
circles.
yeah, it does. It's got a lovely flavour to the leaf.
It looks like coin whatever.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so this was a house garden, ornamental garden with big succulents in it. We ripped them out, and to pull them out with the four-wheel drive, actually, they're massive roots. Weeded the soil, put a little bit of compost in, didn't spend any money at all. And then we planted all these plants. Rosellas down here, you can eat the leaves off, great in the salad. Bok choy, gone a little bit wild there, turning to flower, that's great. I hope it flowers all over the yard. Basil, kale, rocket, great stuff. Wild tomato there, I'm not eating tomatoes, but kids love them. And nasturtium down there, lovely. And broccoli down here, maybe it's not getting enough sun, looks a bit straggly. Not sure what's happening there really. Never mind, more kale up there, and then rosella. Basically any plant I'm growing has to be edible. If it's not edible, it's a waste of time. And up here we have microgreens. Now these trays I got from the dump. Fairly cheap to buy anyway, I guess. Especially when you add up how much money you're going to save on greens. So this is last week's coming through now. I don't buy the expensive grow lights, I just stick them in the sun. Well, my daughter does, she's in charge of this now. It starts in the shed with them growing under weighted pads, sprayed every day. A little bit of hydrogen peroxide to stop bacteria. And there you can see these, they're just looking great. They're going to be nice on the dinner. We'll go over now and look at my mushrooms. So yeah, I was going to build a mushroom enclosure and all that, but I thought, look, they grow in the wild. So let's create that sort of dark foresty environment. So I got under a bit of these shrubs here, or this golden cane, and put this silver stuff around to stop the wind. Unfortunately, the wind really took off, a dry wind. But you can already see these are used mushroom bags. Some going better than others. But yeah, look at that back there. That's incredible. I'm just spraying them with water at the moment. Mycelium is growing, drying out a little bit fast in some ways, some areas. Others it's not. It's probably all to do with this watering and the fact that I don't really have a scientific or accurate way of watering them. We're going to have to pick those this afternoon, some of these large ones. Looking fantastic, really good. These shells are just from the tip shop as well, cost pretty much nothing. And yeah, I can get these bags for $3 a bag. I paid a bit more for these because they drove them to me, brought them, delivered them, but yeah, we're definitely going to get our monies back in mushrooms from them over the next 2-3 months. And then we can put our own mycelium laced bags of peat and things and wood chip down here later ourselves, now that we know how to do it. Coming out here, this is our no-dig garden. These are just cut down things, plastic water container, and this is really going great guns. Now I'm also getting the weed out of the pond. It's a noxious weed, you're not allowed to grow it, or it's not supposed to be there, or whatever. But I figured it must be like seaweed. It must be incredible sort of fertilizer or compost. So I've just absolutely put truckloads of that into my garden. Now this is all well and good, and it's taken a lot of patience. These things here that have really taken off, what they are is the ends off shop bought spring onions. So you can see some down here, shop bought spring onions. We just planted that close row yesterday, one behind it the week before, and these ones about a month ago. Now we've started trimming off the outside ones and eating them, so just like harvesting it. I'm going to try and do that rather than cutting them down and starting again type mentality. This was supposed to be silver beet, but it doesn't look like silver beet to me. I don't know, some other sort of spinach or something, but gee, it looks nice. It's really coming up. At first the bugs got my garden, and I was wondering if it was ever going to come back. You can see the mulch here, and once again under the mulch I'm irrigating it with a bit of black water from the septic tank, which is like totally free, awesome, powerful fertilizer. Everyone's so paranoid about it, when the actual fact is that a lot of the biofertilizers that commercial growers are using often come from sewage works anyway. At least I know this poop is totally chemical and drug free, because that's what's poisoning the world really, is all these chemicals that we're ingesting, and then they're going through into the system and so on. Plant those peas along the middle there. Really quite happy with how this garden's going. But like I say, watering under the bed here with the grey water. And the interesting thing is that it stays damp under the compost. But the interesting thing is there's no smell. I think as long as you have this high in carbon mulch over the top, or wood chips, that seems to just soak it up. Because there's no smell at all. But if you went and poured it on your yard or big flood area of it, I'm sure you would. But if it's under all this mulch, that sort of seems to soak it in. The carbon just eats it up somehow. I don't know, the bacteria maybe. So yeah, that's some radishes down here as well. And I've actually found that plants from the Food Town place or your food shop that are a bit old sprouts and they're selling for cheap, or microgreens or something like that, you can buy them for $2 and it's got like 100 plants in it. So you just throw it in your garden. If you went to the garden shop and tried to buy 100 little plants, it'd cost you a fortune. So looking for ways to beat this system. Quite pleased with how this garden's going now, but like I say, this is 2 months of painstaking watching little seeds, growing it all from seed, except the Food Town chop jobs there, but growing it all from seed. It takes so long. Parsley and chives, oh my goodness, I thought I might die before you ever get to eat any of that. It's taken so long. And the spring onions as well. So the quick start, head start spring onion roots from what we've eaten look pretty good. Here's a little friend come to say hello. How you going, Maggie? Good? Hey? Birds eat the bugs. That's what we need.